Aries, it's just Linux, and I am back again with another video. So today we're going to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, what the title say, and I'm gonna just go on, you know, about everything that happened and stuff, and we're just gonna get into it. So one day I was in my room, I was chilling, my brother was here in the living room. He was playing 2K, screaming, doing all that craziness. Y'all know these boys when they play that damn video game. I was about to cook, I wanna say dinner, cause I cook for my people, like my man, my brother, any like guy, I will cook for you if we have a close connection. So I wanna say like, I was about to make chicken Alfredo or something, or I don't know. I was about to make something in the kitchen. I don't really remember, but I ended up looking at my phone and I saw that I had got a text from somebody. So I had this app, if you guys don't know, it is called Grindr, and basically it's for the gays or the trans women or DL guys. Whatever you want to be, you can go in there and find you a person. So I ended up checking my phone and I seen that it was from this blank account. So I'm like, immediately, who is this? What are you? Who are you? What's going on? It was a message saying, hey, what's up, Ma? How you doing? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now, if you know your Grindr and you feel me, you've been on there for a minute, you know that the blank profiles, they be the best. Like, them be the hood niggas, that's cool, fine. You know what I'm saying? No drama. I'm like, okay, let me see who this is. So I ended up having a conversation with him. He like, hey, Ma, what's up? How you doing? What you got on for today? Like, you know, what's up? I'm like, nothing, you know, just chilling, da-da-da, at the house, you know, cooking. I'm chilling. Nice little Saturday. It was cool. So he was like, oh, okay, so if you're not busy later, I can come to your house. You feel me? Like, I can come to your crib and we can chill. So I'm like, I don't know about all that. So I text him, I'm like, for what? He was like, just to chill, just to talk, just to vibe. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, we'll see how that go. So I'm like, all right, Dad, just let me know when you done doing what you're doing. He was like, all right, when I leave the studio, I'ma, you know, hit you up. So I'm like, studio? I'm like, oh, okay. Cool, I didn't really pay no mind to it. I'm in my room, I'm trying to get all cute. I'm trying to make sure everything good, everything smelling good, everything, you feel me, everything right. Cause I don't play that. I don't play that shit if a nigga, you know what I'm saying? If you about to come over to my house, just trust and believe it's gonna smell like strawberries and kiwi and, you know, everything good and everything nice. So I ended up checking my phone and I got a text from him and he said, hey, just left the studio. I'm about to be on my way to your place. Send your address. Send my address to him. Cool, fine and dandy. He was on the way. So I come in the living room. I told my brother, I'm like, Jeremiah, a nigga about to come over here. Get your shit together. Make sure your area, you feel me, your little space is tight and dandy. Make sure you speak when he come in and mind your business. Okay, okay. Don't call me for nothing. If you need me, text me. He was like, okay, whatever just happened. I said, boy, you know, the boy get here. I'm like, oh shit, he got here quick. He did get here quick. Yeah, I want to say if he texted me at like 8:30, that nigga was here by like 8:45. And I live in, like, I'm not gonna say a far part of Michigan, but like if you from Detroit, it's gonna take you a good at least 20 minutes to get to where I'm at. He texts me, he's like, hey, I'm outside. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch. I went out this motherfucking room. I walked down my little hallway. I opened my door. I got a big door at the front of like my building. Bitch, when I seen this nigga, I said, oh my fucking goodness. This is, I'm not gonna say who it was, but I was very shocked. So I had to play it off and act like, you feel me, I didn't know who he was. Mind you, he sent me a picture of his like chest. Like it wasn't his face. I can't explain it, but yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. Actually, he did send me a picture of him, but he had his mask on and I didn't really pay attention to it. But when I seen who was at that door, I said, oh, bitch, this is my time to shine. Okay, I'm about to be the next rapping nigga baby mama. Ari Fletcher, Jada Waiter. Oh, it's my time. I'm up next, bitch. And I'm going to take advantage of this. So no, but on some real shit, he came in. My brother spoke to him. I know it was so crazy because when he came in, my brother, he looked at him and then he looked at him like this. Like when he realized who it was, I think. And I was like, you better not say shit. Okay, you better not say nothing. So we went to our room, well, my room, and we were in there chilling. Everything was fine and dandy, y'all. When I tell you he was the sweetest person ever, like literally out of all the guys, except for my boyfriend that I talk to now that I love dearly, out of all the guys I've ever been with, I've never, ever been with a guy who was like very affectionate, very caring, very, you feel me, off jump, like off go, like literally. I didn't do nothing to him, like nothing. He was just very nice to me, very sweet. We had a conversation. He was telling me about what was going on in his life. He was telling me about what he wanted to do, what he looking forward to. So we having a conversation, and one of the things that we really talked about that I'm gonna bring up to y'all is his relationship status. So I asked him, like, okay, so what's up with you? What's your, you know what I'm saying? Why you, what is this? Why you coming for me? So he was like, well, you gorgeous, like you beautiful as hell. And I'm like, thank you. So he was like, nah, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I just got out of a relationship type shit. Like basically, I guess the girl cheated on him, and like she had a nigga who was in jail, and she was just basically using him for his money. And that nigga had money, and I'm gonna let that be known, because when he came in here, he had this big ass, nice ass, shiny ass motherfucking chain, bitch. And I was like, oh my goodness. And his cologne, his buffs, oh my goodness. Like he just looked like a Detroit nigga, and I love that, oh my goodness. We having a conversation, we talking. He was talking about the girl. He was just basically saying like how he over, you know, girls playing him and acting like they want him when they don't, they just want his money. Mind you, this nigga is handsome, very handsome to me. And for me to know you, I don't even listen to Detroit music or rap, but for me to know you, y'all know this is serious. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, well, maybe you need to try something new, try a girl. You feel me? He was like, that's why I'm here. He said, that's why, you feel me? He said, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've always had an attraction to trans women. I've never just acted on it though. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, I'm the first one. You know, they love saying that, yeah, you the first. Niggas be lying. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So he was like, tell me about yourself. So I was telling him about like who I am, what I like to do, so on and so forth. And just the whole time he was smiling. He didn't try to put a finger on me, no nothing. He was just smiling and looking at me. He said, you just seem so happy. He said, I respect that. Like, you gorgeous, you happy, like you really happy with life. He said, I wish I could be as happy as you. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wanted to really cry. Like, when it comes, he's not no big old celebrity, but when it comes to, you feel me, people who has a high status, people think everything is okay because they have money, but really deep down inside, sometimes they really battling battles and they need help, and they really just, you feel me, want somebody to genuinely have a conversation with, just to talk about what's going on. And he confided in me that day, and he really just let me know everything that was going on, yeah. So, literally, I swear to God, on my everything, we talked for like, I want to say 3 hours. Just talking, literally talking. Like my brother literally was texting me like, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah, like we just talking. Everything was fine and dandy. And when I tell y'all this nigga is so motherfucking handsome, he is so fine. Oh my goodness, and he know he fine. And I will never forget it. Like, if I was really like a gold digging bitch, I would have really like went for him and like, you feel me? But it wasn't even that. And it was a couple red flags for me. So as we were talking, he was basically kind of, I'm gonna say, bringing up his relationship that he had a bit too much, and it was kind of excessive for me. And another thing he was doing is just like involving money with everything. You feel me? Like he felt like money was the cure to everything. And I kind of like was just telling him like, you know, it's more to life than money and bitches. You feel me? Like, get a grip. I don't know, one thing led to another, and somehow the lights turned off. And this is kind of just like random, but like as we got done talking and stuff, I turned the light off. We were just like watching TV, and we were cuddled up, and we didn't even have sex. Like literally, we didn't have sex. We like kissed for, I want to say, I will never forget this shit. It was 12 at night when we started kissing. We didn't stop until like 3 in the morning. I swear to God. Like literally, it was so affectionate, and I loved it. I've never had that with a guy except for my boyfriend, where we could just kiss for hours and just like admire how beautiful I am and admire how handsome you are. You feel me? It was just so everything. And oh my goodness, like that was, oh my goodness, it was crazy. So after everything happened, you feel me, he called an Uber to my house. Now that was a red flag. Why did you catch an Uber? He has a car, and I know for a fact he has a car. We're gonna get into that. So he called an Uber to my house, and I didn't know until it was time for him to leave, because he called another Uber. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want you to leave. He was like, what you doing tomorrow? Like, I can come back over. I'm like, okay, you can. And he told me what he was doing the next day. He was going to be busy, studio shit and all of that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So the next day I'm sorry. After he called the Uber, we talking, like literally kissing and stuff before he left. And he didn't want to leave me. And it was so funny. Like, he was damn near... Let me shut up. So he ended up leaving. And I had his Snapchat. And like, I could basically see everything that he does and stuff. And, you know, he could see what I was doing. So all that day, I was waiting on him to hit me up like, hey, I'm gonna be on the way, da-da-da. Like, literally, I saved my Sunday for him. I'm like, okay, like, we about to kick it again, da-da-da, woo-woo. Y'all did not hear from this man at all. I'm like, did I do something wrong? What was going on? So I'm just, like, lurking on his page. I'm like, okay, let me do some research, okay? So mind y'all, he got a whole bunch of followers, so I can't really pinpoint who he might be fucking with or something. Anyways, my stupid dumb ass, the girl that he was talking about, he was still with her. Like, when he came over, I don't know if they had an argument, whatever the case may have been, but he was still with her. Like, literally, I checked his Snapchat, and I want to say it was like 8 or 9 o'clock, and he posted a picture of him and her, and it wasn't like a camera roll picture, it was like a right then and there picture, and he was like, we should win best, I don't know, he said some bullshit about this ugly ass, dirty ass, dusty ass bitch that he had in his motherfucking car. Like, ew. Now, it pissed me the fuck off because when he came over here, like, you put on that whole shit show talking about some, oh, well, you know what, I just couldn't do it no more. Like, nah, like, I want something new. I'm glad I met you. You cool, you this, you that, you know what I'm saying? Just for you to go on Snapchat and post your bitch. How does that work? I just, ew. Like, y'all are so stupid. Why would you fucking, ew. This bitch done use you for your money, done put you through hell and back, and you like it. You like this type of shit. Anyway, so he posted that, and I want to say I tried to confront him, but then I stopped myself. I said, you know what? This ain't your man. You don't really know nothing about him for real. All you know is he's a rapper, and a lot of people know him. A part of me wanted to, I'm not gonna say expose him. I would never expose nobody, but I just wanted to like screenshot the messages between me and him and like how we was kind of getting into it and like post it like, you dumbass nigga. I fucking hate y'all niggas. Anyway, so that was that. He ended up posting his girlfriend, and I'm not gonna lie, she was cute. She was cute. And I want to say later that night or that next day, he tried to hit me up. He was like, hey, what you doing? And I was just like, what do you mean, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? You feel me? And someone who's like starstruck and like would let somebody of his status do whatever he wants would allow that, but not me. So I basically like blew him off. I'm like, it's nothing to talk about. Like, you have a whole bitch. And he was basically just trying to tell me like she's basically like a cover up and how he don't really fuck with her like that, but you posting pictures of her and you're doing this and get the fuck out my motherfucking DMs before I beat your ass. Anyway, so that was that. But he was a very, very nice guy, very affectionate, very, you feel me? I just couldn't do it because now I have a man that is very annoying. He's so cute, y'all. I love him so much. He's annoying, but that's my baby, and I love him. And I just want to thank God that he put someone like him in my life. I needed that. Yeah. So, yeah, y'all, that was the time I fucked with a rapper, and basically he had another girl, and she's a cover-up, and if y'all have an idea of who I've been talking about, hey, it is what it is. So, anyways, until next time, I love you guys so much. That's the end of this story time. And if y'all want any more story times or anything of that nature, please let me know. And I will give you all the tea, you feel me? And yeah, bye, fairies.
They call me Megatron, just did a telethon. He got my jealous on, and I get my jealous on. I fuck him like I miss him. He just came out of prison. You be talking shit, but they ain't got a pot to piss.